Well. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe and Charlie. Welcome back to another Redox Reaction. And for today, we're jumping right back into Barry Season 2, Episode 3 and 4. For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you want to listen to our discussion portion of the show, that's available on those platforms. Abe and Charlie, how you guys doing?
Good.
Good?
Ready to watch Barry?
Just good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Very good. Very good.
Are you good?
Yes.
Very good.
I am excited. I feel like I am very much liking doing like multiple Barry episodes at once because like stopping and starting a show like this where you only get like fragments of it is kind of hard. Like this show was almost like meant to be binged, I feel like. So this feels like we're getting that experience a little bit more. So happy about that.
You agree with that, Charlie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think last episode that we watched, episode 1 and 2, when we finished episode 1, I was like, yo, that was so quick. I was so in it. So yeah, I know. I'm excited. Before we get into this episode, I know we got a couple comments from our last upload. So, hey, can you highlight some?
Yes, sir. This one is from Nadim, and Nadim says, I'm not sure if you guys missed how Fuchs was saying that he's too smart to submit to a DNA test, and then he drinks the Coke that was right in front of him. When he was done, a person immediately picks up the Coke can and puts it into an evidence bag. LMAO. That's how they got his DNA. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't catch that on. Thanks for pointing that out, Nadim. Like, yeah,
I can't believe we missed that.
Nadim,
I can't believe it.
Sorry, Fuchs acts like he's so like intelligent, and then like proceeds to do the dumbest thing. And I think that's like a little bit almost in the show. Yeah. And I think that like points that out perfectly. The next one comes from Drew Down 2. I love the show so much. Season 2 and 3 are the best, IMO. So sounds like we're in the prime for this show. So I'm excited for that. I loved season 1, especially towards the end. The second half of season 1 was like next level. So, and the last comment here, Libra V3. Hader has directed some episodes of the show as early as season 1, but he fully took over for season 4. So I guess we're still not seeing consistently Hader directing yet, but he probably will be sprinkled in. So I think I'll probably try to look at the beginning or end of each episode to see who the director is. Curious to see if I can start picking out some of the Bill Hader elements.
And to kind of make a difference when we head into season 4 and how
and how it's going to be a complete shift.
But Charlie,
Episode 3, past equals present times future over yesterday. What a title.
Yeah, they're doing calculus on it.
let's get it.
The future of the world is multinational alliances. And to thrive in this new economy, you're going to have to sacrifice some of your sovereignty. Make no mistake, Asia is on the rise.
Bullshit. Who brought Dum Dum over here? Because Hank has a rock-solid plan to stop Asia and restore natural order of business.
Well, respectfully, I'm not sure that you're going to single-handedly stop the rise of Asia as a global market force.
Well, respectfully, why don't you shut the f*** up? So, you know what, Thomas Friedman? You are bad at writing, and nobody likes you.
Hank,
What's up?
Cristobal needs you. Something has happened.
You mean like something bad? What's up? Did someone happen to Esther?
Oh,
Guess not. Because here she is.
Esther and her men were attacked last night.
Wow, what a dirtbag would attack you at a holy place. Guess he didn't do his job, or her job. Or maybe it was coordinated drone attack?
White boy in a Lululemon truck suit.
Someone is trying to play with us, Hank. Someone is playing games. Games like the chess you showed me. Now I just have to figure out if it is a small piece or a big piece. Maybe the horsey.
It's called a knight.
Let him call it a horsey.
No.
Men will have to make some room for that.
Where are we supposed to stay?
We go to IKEA, get area dog maybe. Couple beanbag chairs.
We have to kill Barry.
oh, whoa! I wasn't expecting to say that right away.
Right?
This is the story the first time I took a life. First time I killed someone was the best day of my life.
Are you struggling with your piece? Anything I can help with? I know better than anybody how scary it is to confront the past. I mean, when Gene pushed me to talk about my marriage, you saw me, it totally freaked me out. It's kind of been therapeutic. I just wrote the part where I finally stood up to him and left him, and okay, but listen to this. You just put your hands on me for the last time, Sam. You want to choke me? Well, choke on this. I'm fucking leaving you.
He choked you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he was a total piece of shit. I'm actually supposed to Skype with my friend Kate, who was there the night I left him, and said the Wi-Fi is better in your living room, yeah?
Here's the real reason I'm here. I'm so sorry about how our last conversation ended, and I wanted to make it up to you.
Ta-da. What is this?
That is the key to my cabin. I want you to have it. I want to keep it in the family. No strings attached. I don't see it as a vacation home.
Or he sees it as a place he doesn't want to go back to because it was a murder scene.
Dad, I don't want the cabin where your girlfriend was murdered. That's sick.
Oh, he knows.
Please go away, please, Dad.
Okay, so I started writing, and I decided I'm going to write a scene about Sam.
Okay. Why?
Well, I mean, specifically about the night that I left. So do you remember that night?
Unfortunately, I remember that night really well.
I need to know, like, what you remember about that last night.
I remember that you came over in the middle of the night and you had the welts on your neck. You said that you had been at the Rooster earlier dancing with Ken Singleton, and then Sam flipped out about it.
Yeah.
So then you got home, he beat you up. So we decided that you needed to get out of there.
My gosh.
And when we got there, he was passed out on the floor as usual. So we just grabbed a whole bunch of your stuff. We just threw it in the car and you took off.
Yeah, right, but that was after I told him to fuck off.
I don't really remember that.
I told you this at the time.
Well, it was a long time ago.
She's misremembering or wants to remember it a certain way.
Mark and I, we watched you when you played the alien mom.
Oh, did you guys see this other show I did? It was called Pompeii's Burning.
No, I don't think I've seen that one. I'll be honest, I'm so busy with the kids, I don't really have time to watch much.
Oh, right.
Except for Grey's
Yeah.
Anatomy, Kardashian, all the Desperate Housewives, This Is
Oh
Us.
my God, shut up.
Oh my
Making it
gosh.
feel horrible. So everything.
Except for the stuff she's in.
Yeah. But it seems like it's all reality TV.
This is not the story of the first time I took a life, but the first time I saved a life.
I understand that you're upset about your donkey, but no one here shot it, so we're not going to compensate you for it. Talk to me. He can talk to me.
God is watching
God is watching me. Well, then God knows that I...
Oh my God. Shit. Bro, what?
You know what's crazy? I would have never thought that I would see anything where Bill Hader is a convincing military person. Now, like, that's all I see. He's so believable. I'm gonna go with that. I think you're.
Oh, they're trying to. Are they shooting sleeper darts at him?
I don't know what.
Oh
the
my
that's bullets.
gosh.
Bullets. Yep.
Shit. Silenced.
How the f did you miss? I don't know how to shoot gun. Punk, there is a power dynamic here which prevents. Get down! What happened? I got f***ing shot! Shit!
I did a table read with Wilmer Valderrama. You know him. He's a lot of fun. It's really
Oh my God.
loose.
Bear. The girl you love is in danger now. You're just gonna sneak out the door and go kill these guys.
Well, I got shot too, remember? Barry shot me like precisely in the same arm. Oh, same spot. Wow, he's so good. Maybe Barry was I? Come on.
Get up, Hank. Get up.
You f***ed our plan. I'm dead man anyway, so you know what? Just do it. Do it.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that was so scary. That was really scary. Oh.
Listen to me. We can't.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. Hank.
Oh my God. I vomited.
Yo, their comic dynamic is so funny.
Well, what do you want me to do? Go to John Wick Assassin Hotel with help wanted sign? I mean, what?
You got good guys right here, man.
Oh my God, my guys suck balls. You know it.
Man, the directions are horrible.
King of Suck Balls Mountain. Shut the f up.
What if I train your guys?
They already have physical trainer. They have like 3.
Not at a gym. I'm talking about, I'm a Marine. I could teach him how to shoot, combat skills. I don't have to kill anymore. Debt paid.
You give me army. You turn these pumpkins into Cinderellas overnight, huh?
I don't think that's how that works.
50-50 with Cristobal.
Or you just take the whole thing for yourself.
50-50 with Cristobal.
Far, like the desert or something. What are you doing?
50-50
Hank.
with Cristobal.
Bruh.
What are you doing?
Yo, Hank is amazing, bro. Hank is...
Come on, get up.
You can't talk to
His arm's not messed up anymore. He's like holding it.
Cristobal, because Barry's training me an RV.
Stop.
I was so unsure about the comedic tone of this show when we first started watching it, but like now I love it so much.
I was just on the phone with my friend Kate, rehashing some really difficult memories. I mean, it was super helpful, though, to talk to someone who was actually there, you know, just to get like a reality check. I mean, if I'm gonna tell this story, I have to do it 100% honestly. And she basically remembers it exactly the same way I do.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Who can you talk to help with your story? Well, what about the Marines that you brought to Natalie's party?
Bro.
They don't really talk anymore.
Yikes.
You're damn right they don't talk anymore.
You listen to me, Barry, you dumb Barry, I know you killed Detective Janice Moss.
How?
Because I was there.
You were?
No, I built this guy's mind. You don't think I can tear it apart? Just give me 5 minutes with him. Have him shitting in my hand. What is this place?
This is a quinceañera store, which I bought for my wife, who then left me.
Damn.
Before we get started, does anybody have any questions?
Перед тем, как мы начнем, есть у кого-то какие-то вопросы?
Is it true you're the most gifted assassin in all of America?
No, I'm not the most gifted assassin in all of America.
Нет, он не самый популярный убийца в Америке.
He's being modest. He is Air Jordan of assassins.
Air Jordan.
А кроссовки Air Jordan.
We're all very excited to be learning from you. Will we be shooting guns today?
They all speak English. They're getting translated.
How many of you guys speak English?
Someone's gonna get hurt.
How long until they become like actual army? You know, like 2, 3 hours?
I can't magically wave a wand and make these guys an army. Their skill set sucks.
Let's kick up the training a notch. What do you think?
Oh, we got one. Oh, this kid's gonna be gifted.
You're like regular Annie Oakley. Nice.
Hey, boss. Did you see?
Dukes, listen.
No, you listen to me, you ungrateful piece of shit.
I'm really glad you're here.
Oop, threw him off.
Really? Korengal? Man, you really want to talk about what happened in Korengal? Why?
Well, they wanted me to talk about my first confirmed, and I wanted to do something more positive. So I was going to talk about my saved Albert, like that story.
That story gets f***ed up really fast. You start telling the truth about Korengal to those little acting buddies of yours, and they are never going to look at you the same way again. Come on, man. You're in show business. They don't want honest. They want entertainment.
I missed you, man.
Oh, no.
I did. I know it sounds crazy. We could talk about other shit, but I really missed
you
you.
so much.
Oh, okay.
My boy. I got you.
I love you, man.
So now Fuchs won't turn him in?
I guess not.
No, I don't think so.
Until it's convenient.
So this is the true story of the moment that changed my life. We were on patrol in the Korengal Valley.
Barry, we've got to leave him. We got to go.
Go?
We're just gonna give a monologue.
Run and live, at least for a while. And dine in your beds many years from now. From this day to that, for one chance, just one chance, to come back here. And
everyone stops. The gunfire stops. Everyone stops fighting. Just to listen.
Our freedom!
Wait, whoa.
Yep.
That's Braveheart.
No, it's not.
That is definitely Braveheart. I know this because I chased that movie for months.
No, you don't. I said that in
Dude, that was
Afghanistan.
definitely Braveheart. It's
No.
like my favorite movie.
He just gets up.
You have got to get in touch with your inherent darkness. Trust me that it's exactly what it is, and it is dark. You better funnel it into your work, or there is the damn door. Sally,
Yes.
have you settled on someone to play your ex?
Nick's doing it.
He plays everyone, bro.
Everybody.
Okay, Barry's gonna play your ex. Settle.
Ouch.
Oh.
Are you sure you're comfortable with this?
Oh my God, totally. Barry, you're nothing like Sam, like at all. Hey, this is a really good stretch for you. Try to access some rage, you know?
I'm sorry, I don't think I can do this.
Why?
This is a choker. This is a choke you. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can choke you.
I need to see you acting.
Why are you dancing with that guy?
Ken? He's just a friend, Sam.
I don't care. I don't like it. It was embarrassing. You look like a whore.
Sam, don't be an idiot.
Don't call me a fucking idiot.
Sam, don't be an idiot. Come on.
Don't do that, please, Sally.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
This is not good.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Look, I know who you really are,
Literally
okay?
kill her, bro.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fucking choke me. Fucking do it, you fucking pussy. Fucking do it. Come on.
Helping you. Stay
Come
in the
on.
scene with
Choke me.
Let it out.
Fuck off!
Hey, Barry, hey.
Damn. I didn't think he was going to choke her. I was like, I can't. It's not gonna lead to this.
Wait. I'm sorry. Look, I took it too far. I know. I was just trying to help you with the scene. I'm sorry.
I don't know
okay?
why
I
everybody wants me to do this, okay? I don't want to hurt anybody.
I know.
Okay?
I get it. You don't have to hurt me. It's just acting. It's just part of the scene, okay? It was only to...
What?
Oh, is that her ex?
Shoot.
Ouch.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, he's gonna explode.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Now he's gonna do something.
Next episode. Let's go. Go. What
a way to end the episode.
That was a wait. Stop. Pause real quick. Wow. What Abe said. What a way to end that episode.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
That was crazy. Oh my gosh.
So can you pause it for 1 second? 'Cause I'm gonna lose this thought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Masterful the way they wrote that episode, because you see when he's training the guys who like Hank's army, he's so disinterested in hurting them, and the same way he's so disinterested in the scene until like it becomes necessity. And now he's like being faced with Sally's ex, and now it's all like rushing back to the top of his head. But like when people want him to hurt other people, he doesn't want to.
When there is a reason to do it, he's like, yeah, I think a personal reason where it affects his life.
Sure.
He's like, let's get it.
Yeah, now in this sense, yeah. Like we're seeing some sort of evolution of Barry.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they picked it right back up where.
The hell? Man, just eating a sandwich? Like, oh God.
Oh my gosh.
He's blacking out.
What? I said, did you grow up out here, Bobby?
My name is.
So, Sally, we saw you on that space show. So, Mark Campbell has been coaching my boys' soccer team. But the other day you mentioned that you were speaking to Kate about a play?
Yeah, I'm playing you in
Yeah,
it.
no, that's not sort of. I didn't think that Kate would tell Mark about that. No, it's not really a play.
No, it is a play. I mean, it's a scene in a play that she wrote.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Is that why you came out here?
No. Like I said, I was headed to San Diego on business. But since I'm here, is it, like, something I could see?
No,
No,
not gonna happen.
We're-
But it's gonna be
we're
a
in
show
this
that we
class
perform
together,
in front
and,
of people, and it's gonna
we're
be.
doing this exercise. Not really
that she
about
wrote
you. It's more about me and my life.
It's gonna be great.
Nice to meet you, bud.
Where'd they go?
He's pissed, bro. He's gonna want to go after that guy.
Told him the hotel he's staying at.
So,
The sun hat.
life at Stash House has been super tense, man. Yesterday, I got to soft serve machine.
He's reminding him of himself.
You know how people start to look like their dogs? Well, Esther is sporting best cover. And Barry?
Game? Need some game? You lose your focus, you give the other guy a chance to fire, you're dead! Kill! It's the only word I want in your fucking head. Kill.
Damn. Bro, he
Yo.
could have gave the guy hearing loss for life with that.
Берег говорит, что нельзя тут стрелять.
We know fucking English!
Your father was abducted and replaced by aliens?
That's what happened.
I'm having a little trouble with that.
What do you think? I've had that trouble my entire life dealing with that, all right?
Really?
No, I'm gonna ask. When we went and had dinner with Sam, you asked how his son was, and you thanked him for paying the bill.
Yeah. So what? I don't know. I was just being polite.
No, I get it. I'm just asking. Okay, in this you say, I don't ever want to see you again,
Mhm.
right? But then he asked us out to dinner, and you seemed pretty down for it, and I was surprised. Oh, I don't want to upset you. Listen, but do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand where this is coming from. Whoa, hey, Sally.
I never stood up to him. He beat the shit out of me. I mean, he nearly fucking choked me to death, but I didn't. I mean, I think I curled into bed with him afterwards. I mean, I might have even said I love you, for fuck's sake.
Hey, but you left. No, you left. That's what's important.
Then it was just, it was like years of just like beatings and apologies and,
My gosh.
I wrote it like this because if I don't do it this way, then how do I explain to people that I just like ran away?
You don't have to.
What, you mean like lie?
It's not a lie. You said yourself. You said you're a strong person.
Mm.
You should be able to be the person that you say you are. Like, I'm Barry Block. I'm an actor. You're Sally Reed. And you stood up to Sam.
You don't think all this spy game stuff is overkill?
No. Just get him here, get him talking, and I'll do the rest.
You think he's gonna, let himself walk into
Yeah,
some...
Fuchs is changing his whole thing now. Give me 5 minutes. I could have him shitting in my hand. Now it's like, oh, he's an expert. I trained him.
Eric recommended Samuel Jackson's speech from D. I want to do that one.
What the hell does that say?
What?
Get him here.
That's what that says.
Get him here.
What?
That's supposed to be the shorthand shit.
Bro, I have no idea.
You know how shorthand looks like chicken scratch?
I guess.
Hey, great. Where are you?
The address. The address is.
There's no way, bro.
The address is 10729 Vineland Avenue.
Thank you. I really appreciate this.
Sure, buddy, no problem.
You can see now from the body language he feels bad.
Doesn't want to turn him in anymore.
Yeah.
Leo?
Dad.
And to what do I owe this pleasure?
We had a bunch of extra strawberries, and I remembered you like them, so we were going to have to throw those out anyway, so
Oh, that makes me feel wonderful, because no matter what you feel, I know that I write about the garbage.
Look, do you maybe want to get a meal sometime?
A meal. Leo and me having a meal. Okay, I'm gonna airdrop you my info. It's on its way.
Great.
Hey, Leo, what made you change your mind?
You made an effort. Talk soon.
Oh, I look forward to it.
You airdropped me a picture of you shirtless in front of a mirror.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you my cell phone number right now. You ready?
Besides
What is he seeing?
There's
there's someone in the booth.
That's Sam.
Oh, he was watching. Damn.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Sally said she didn't want you seeing that.
No, you said you didn't want me to see it. It's my story. I have the right.
All right, get out of here, man.
You know how she is. She's a chick. I have a family. This could completely fuck up my life. She's lucky I don't get my lawyer involved.
That's your problem, not mine. Go.
And don't forget, I fucked her first.
Oh.
I got it when that shit was tight.
Yeah, he's gonna go kill him now.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Oh my gosh.
That guy's dead, bro.
these bruises because I am walking out that door and I... No, last time, Sam, because I am... Hello?
Hey, it's Sam. Look, I know you don't want to see me, but I have something that could you swing by my hotel?
Oh.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen, Sam.
And I got something and I want to give it to you before I leave.
Oh my.
Don't do it.
Porch, dude.
I can't.
God.
Oh God, bro. They're gonna run into each other without knowing.
Gosh.
Those guys are in the VR.
They have no idea.
He gave no shits. He just. This early, do you think we're gonna see Sally find out what Barry really does, or about? Because they're about to cross paths, essentially, potentially.
Cafe's closed, so...
Yeah, I saw that. Just come into my room.
Yeah. What?
And at the same time, it's kind of good that Barry's on his way there.
Yeah.
Unless Sam's not having bad intentions, I don't know.
What'd you need to give me? Because I gotta go, so...
Yeah, I know. I went to give it to you earlier, but
Don't go inside.
sophomore year, I came to all 6 performances. You were great. I want to apologize for coming to LA. It was crazy. I have a family. I didn't want this to upend my life.
I'm not trying to upend your life. That wasn't...
I know that. I wasn't trusting you. Also, things back home have been hard. I haven't been in the best headspace.
Well, what's going on at home?
My dad is sick.
Oh, no. Jack's sick?
Oh my God.
I don't know what to think.
Keep me posted on how he's doing, and thanks for the...
I will. Thank you, Sally.
I totally understand why you were concerned about my show and me using your name and stuff, and I promise to be respectful of that.
So you won't do the play then?
No, I'm doing the play, Sam.
It's her chance to stand up to him.
What part of I have a family do you not understand?
Yeah, it's my story too.
Not the made-up part. Yeah, I saw you rehearsing. That scene is bullshit, Sally.
Look, I'll change your name, okay?
You're being dramatic. You're just doing this to get attention. So how about no, huh? How about you just grow up and don't do it?
Oh my God.
Way, just like before. Tell everyone
His
I
face.
kicked my ass or something.
Damn, he didn't even do it.
Where is he?
I don't know. Maybe he's not coming.
You said you built his mind.
Hey, Fuchs. Hey, listen, man. I need to talk to you.
Just listen, okay? Do not come here, you got it? And do not call me again. I cannot talk to you. Do you understand?
No, but Fuchs, I
am blocking your number. Do not contact me anymore.
Damn.
Look, today a guy said something to me and it made me mad.
What'd you do? You thump him up? For the love of God, Barry, would you pick one horse and ride it? Now, what happened with Albert? There are no accidents. You started writing this story for a reason. The very same reason you came here tonight. You need to tell this story.
That caught me off guard.
I promise you, I will not look at you differently.
Oh, yes, you will.
We don't even know what happens.
Yeah.
Bert, what are you doing? Doing? Why? Fucking shut up! Barry, stop! It's not the guy! You were across the street on the roof, you fucking psycho!
Oof.
Then they sent me to a hospital in Germany.
Got discharged.
My friend pulled some strings and got me discharged.
I think that gets you a dishonorable discharge too.
Holy
Something
shit.
like that. Depends.
Who else did you tell this story to?
In class, no one.
Good. So here's my advice. You never tell that story again as long as you live, because basically, you killed somebody, you got away with it.
See, this is what I want to tell you. This is what I don't want to tell you, because you're gonna look at me differently. You're gonna look at me like I'm a murderer, like I'm a violent piece of
Barry, you didn't beat that guy up, did you? You came here. We're talking about your feelings instead of acting out your feelings.
You think I'm a bad person, Mr. Cousineau?
I think you are deeply human. You did a terrible thing. But do I think that defines you?
You don't know the half of it.
That's why I don't think you should tell this story in front of the class. Also, they will shit themselves.
Crazy. He's being honest in front of
the guy
that he killed
his
his
girlfriend.
We're gonna work through this, okay?
And he's helping him through it. Obviously, he has no idea, but it's just like ironic.
Now, I bill my private classes through another loan out. So I'm just gonna go and get that ledger.
My God, bro. He's charging him for that session. Oh, Fuchs.
Fuchs! Hey, what are you doing up there?
I can't find something.
Hey, I gotta tell you something.
Now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll come up.
Wait.
Fuchs! Hey, you're not gonna believe this. The best thing happened. It's amazing.
Barry, no. Shit.
I told Mr. Cousineau about Cornwall. He accepted me. He said that what did he say? He said I can change my nature. Do you know what that means? All these things that I don't like about myself, that I can own them and they don't define me. That means even the things I don't like about myself that I regret, like killing Moss, I don't have to live. I can move past it. I'm not a violent piece of shit, is what I'm saying.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Barry. Hey, Fuchs, why don't you give us a moment?
Hurry.
Get out.
I got you.
He's gonna kill him.
I know that was you on the lipstick cam. And Moss was onto you, so you killed her.
Please, let me talk to him.
Shut up! Tape's off. It's just you and me.
Why did you do that?
You thought of everything, so...
Why do you have the tape off?
Yeah, that's how it's come. It's all worked out.
He has no idea what he's doing.
No, not at all.
No idea.
And he's been doing this solo, too.
Hey, Loach, don't do anything stupid.
Shut up! Do you have any idea what it is like to fucking love somebody and have some motherfucker come along and take them away from you?
I'm sorry about Janice.
Not Moss. That's Ronnie Broxton. He's fucking my wife. You get ready to
Oh, my God.
Oh, this goes away.
What the? That's what he wants.
Stop it.
What?
Oh my God!
Nah, stop, bro. This man is fucking... I can't. I cannot. That's incredible. Oh, that's incredible. That's amazing. Oh my God.
I've never seen more well done plot armor. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how you do it.
This is how you do it.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
What?
That cop went through all that trouble just to hire Barry as a hitman.
Bro,
just
No,
up
because
the ante
in my
right
head, I'm like, what? Like, this is over. Like, it's done. But I'm like, okay, he's getting anxious, so he's gonna kill him. All right, Abe, you were talking about this is like, this plot armor is amazing and how it was executed. In my head, I was like, there was no way after this, he had to kill him, and then he was like, no, you have to kill the guy who slept with my wife. And I'm like, what?
Bro, the entire time that I've watched, especially those last two episodes, the thing that kept sticking in my mind is how well this show balances the serious and the comedy, like the drama and the comedy of it. Like it's insane. It's and not even just like, you know, there's levels to this, right? There's differences because, you know, we just came from watching Succession like a month or so ago, and Succession has a lot of comedy in a very different way. This is like, you know, the completely like changed tones in the same episode, in the same show. And at times it feels like, how is this possibly the same show? But they do such a good job of balancing it. and it's incredible. Like, it's so incredible. But as I mentioned, like, we were finishing the show, I was like, this is the best form of plot armor you could ever do, because like there's no way in hell do you see a character like surviving this stuff and like somehow being able to make it out at the end every single time, but he just does. And it's just it's central to the story, it's central to who Barry is, and to just like the craziness of the characters of this world, and it's nuts. I love it.
Yo, Bill Hader, oh my gosh, bro, this is
I love it.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to understand how this show is formatted and the way Hader takes this plot armor thing, and I think it's just gonna just keep getting
more ridiculous.
Yeah, more ridiculous as it develops. Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. Charlie, from this episode, which was probably the heaviest episode we've seen, I think, these last two. I mean, obviously the finale as well, where Barry has his panic attack, was also really heavy, but this one specifically dealt with Sally's trauma, and confronting it as well, and also her abuser actually showing up as well, which was insane. And also Barry's side and dealing with not being accepted and looking back at his past and his trauma. It was just like a trauma heavy episode. And then at the end we get with 2 cliffhangers, crazy. Specifically from those 2 characters, what were some things that stood out to you, that you enjoyed, or from this episode?
You're saying from Sam and from the detective guy, the police officer?
Just what you. I'm sorry, I'm just spitballing things about this episode, but just things that you enjoyed from this episode. Yeah, these past 2 episodes.
I commend Barry for his restraint and not doing anything with Sam, because I feel like that would have just put him in a deeper hole. But at the same time, it's like he's already getting put in a deeper hole by this cop now.
Let me stop you. Was that restraint from Barry? Because I don't think it was.
I think it was.
He had no choice. It was either give himself up to Sally, who's right there as he's pointing this gun.
It's because he saw Sally.
No, because he backed away. Sally didn't see him. She left, and then he could have just turned around and killed the guy right there.
Well, yeah.
Charlie does make a point.
That's what I'm saying. So he showed some restraint there, and he didn't, go through with the kill. Either that or like something made him kind of like chicken out of it, right? Same that we saw when he went to go kill Esther.
Yeah.
So it was a similar type of thing.
I felt like he was like, he almost always gets caught in these sorts of situations. And again, it was another moment of like, oh my God, I almost got caught. And that's why he was like, okay, let me back up and let me stop. In addition to the fact that he doesn't like this version of himself, like the violent version of himself. But I feel like he comes to these epiphanies, quote unquote. But at times I feel like sometimes, it's almost like he's almost getting caught, and that's why he's being stopped, or he's stopping himself. Like he's almost getting caught, and that's why, he's not fully realizing why he should stop doing these things and fully coming to those realizations. It's almost like he's hitting the end of the road almost every time, but he still almost always gets another life.
It's kind of looking, I'm trying to word this correctly, but now, excuse me, in the way that, sorry, I'm burping, in the way that the show has developed Barry now, it's kind of looking like the outside circumstances and the people around his life now. He's trying to run away from the past. He's trying to run away from being, from labeling himself as a murderer. But now, since he's so deep and some other people know who he is, they're going after him to do their dirty work.
Yeah.
And he's trying to run away from it, and he can't run away from it anymore.
Right.
And now it's, it's just. Oof.
I think we saw the origin of where that blackout came from, right? The whole thing in it, where his friend got shot and then he went after the wrong guy.
Yeah.
So we've seen him basically like fall into that reenactment of that moment a few times now. But this was the one time where not the one time, the time with Esther as well. But I feel like that was the most opportunity he had to like, he had to turn back because of Sally, but he could have easily just turned back in and killed the guy. So that's why I felt like it was restraint from his part. But regardless of whether or not he killed Sam, he would have ended up in the same hole, because now, this cop is hiring him as a hitman.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, I wonder if this will guarantee him some sort of immunity.
No, because he still has the Chechens. He still has
No,
Esther.
from the cops being investigated by the cops.
I mean, there's no
at least, right? There's multiple sides of people trying to attack him.
Yeah.
But the cops are trying to get him, trying to arrest him, all that. So it could be like an exchange, like, hey, you do this job for me, and I erase your record. I'll take you off the board. You're not suspicious.
There's no for what we see in the show. There is no record. The only person who is now continuously going after him is Loach, and I think the only reason that Loach hasn't told anyone is because he's had this deal in mind. Because we've seen Loach operating this entire time by himself, and it's funny because do you remember when call back to an earlier episode where one of the other agents was like, "Oh, let me go with you to Cleveland to go find Fuchs," and he was like, "No." And he said no.
Yeah.
And we were weirded out at the time. I think we thought it was all like, oh, he wants to do this for Janice. Like he wants to come out and be this guy that like saves the day. But no, he actually is like a scumbag, and he just wants to have Barry kill the guy who's sleeping with his wife. So it's like, there's always this level of an additional plot armor. And I think that while you're right, like I think this is kind of the end of the road for the police aspect of it. Like, who knows? This could lead to other people getting.
Let me clarify. By record, I mean just taking his picture off the wall, because they're investigating who did Ryan's murder. He's still on the wall, and he's probably like the number one suspect.
Yeah.
That Moss had. So that's why Loach is. Like,
I was so confused that scene. I was so confused during that scene because I was like, bro, he stopped recording. I was like, why did he stop recording? And then after he flips the phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, no way, no way. Oh, it's just.
And I was like thrown off by the whole. As soon as he was like, "Do you know what it's like to like lose somebody you love?" And I was like, "Damn, he loved Janice like that." I didn't get that from their relationship. And then when I saw, I was like, "Oh my goodness, no way." And Barry's reaction is literally us. What?
It's like we were him in that moment as well, and that was played really well, directed really well, and written really well as well.
I wonder why he made Fuchs walk out of the room during that, though. Not too entirely sure, like, because he knows that Fuchs and Barry are involved and they work together and all that stuff. So I wonder why he removed Fuchs from the room and then went on to tell Barry, like, hey, you got to kill this guy for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was maybe just like,
because Fuchs is gonna know.
Yeah, I think he was like so anxious and he just didn't want multiple voices and whatever happening in the room. Like you could see he was all stressed out. So I
very much so.
It felt like he just wanted to remove all the variables and be like, all right, let me just say what I need to say. Yeah. This is what I need. And Barry's like, what the fuck?
Well, it kind of makes sense. They did drop little hints throughout the episode, like them being in the quinceañera store and then him talking crap about his wife, leaving him.
But it started since season 1. It's like they've been just...
They dropped these little things.
He was crying during the murder scene when Moss was looking at the pictures of the crime scene. And she was like, oh, is that Loach? Is he crying? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So there's been like little hints here and there that this man's going through like some sort of mental breakdown. But yeah.
But you'd never think it would go this far.
No, never.
No.
That's why I think it was like perfect execution, because they keep you guessing the whole time. Like he flips out for a second and you're like, what the hell is this man talking about?
Yeah.
For a second, I thought he was going kind of suicidal too. Where I was like, oh my God, he's got to point the gun at himself and just, I don't know. He was going crazy. I don't know what the whole purpose of this whole stakeout was to get Barry in there, but and then he goes with that, and you're like, "My what?"
So and we've learned a lot about Barry these past 2 episodes, and the main thing was what happened when he was abroad doing serving in the military,
and how he got discharged.
What? I mean, it answers a lot of our questions that we've had from season 1, and that's the root of everything, I could say, right? Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
It's what started, the domino effect, essentially. And
the whole story about what happened with what's his friend Albert.
Albert. Yeah.
That I think is the pinnacle of him and who he is today. That still affects him till this day because he goes into that mode.
Which was crazy because we got that moment where he finally accepts himself. He's like, "Oh my gosh, like this doesn't define me anymore. I can get that freedom now. I can work on it and become a better person. And then boom, he's thrown into another situation. You're like, oh no.
Right. You know what else I saw from that was like through those entire moments of him like trying to build out the perfect scene of like whatever, he's been so desperate to reinvent himself and to make himself this person that people appreciate and like, because deep down he knows exactly what Gene told him. His house is like, do not tell people those stories because he confirmed exactly what he thought. He's like, they will look at you like you're a crazy person or like you're a psycho or you're a bad person, which is why he's been trying to constantly like reinvent himself. However, every time he gets like, every time he gets pushed back and like pushed up against the wall and someone hurts somebody that he loves or threatens to do so, he blacks out and his like violent nature kind of takes over. We saw that with Albert, and then we saw that like in parallel with Sally and Sam.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we saw him like Sam like threatening Sally or in the actor class and everything like that, that's when he was like, he lost it and he felt like he had to go do something about it. But like, you know, it feels like he's trying to come to this epiphany, but I don't think he's fully grasped who he is yet and how to control himself.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And I think I think he has given Gene kind of an inclining maybe, you know, to suspect, because he opened up to Gene about murdering someone. And who knows, maybe as Gene starts to find more layers to Barry, maybe he can find evidence that Barry may have, you know.
He could. Right now, I think.
But right now, no.
But right now, no. He's in the military, whatever.
No, military guy.
But
I PTSD, like 100%.
It could essentially get
But
there.
I think it could lead to that.
Yeah.
But that was literally the only person Barry could go to, because Fuchs had cut him off.
Right.
And that conversation was deep. And then right at the end, he's like, but you pay me for it too.
Yeah, that conversation was, I like how you brought that up. And it just maybe because we just came back from watching The Sopranos, I was like, this man needs therapy. Like, him talking to Gene was like the closest he was going to get to that. And I think he's hoping he could talk to Fuchs about it. But every time he talks to Fuchs about it, it's never.
No,
Fuchs kind of
dismisses it.
Yeah, it's dismissive, and he's kind of pointing him towards like this. Well, this is who you are. Like this is what you want to do, and now Barry kind of came to the realization like, well, I can change that. I can be a different person, which I think he is right about.
Yes,
I think he is, but I just don't think he's completely understood who he actually is and like his violent nature and you know how he came to be. Because I think that's important to figure out and important to lead to how do you change that? How do you change the person you are? And I think that he got part of that with Gene, but I don't think he's fully rehabilitated, let's say.
Yeah.
Gene is Barry's Jennifer.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Dr. Melfi. Yeah.
And he's involved in his life in ways that he does not know. Same with Tony doing stuff for Jennifer that she does not know. In a way. I'm just trying to compare the two where we're at right now. We're kind of in a similar place with both characters in both shows.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
It is very interesting that we're watching both shows right now because they parallel really well, I think. Especially Tony and Bear. Obviously, they're vastly
very different shows. Nobody
very
come for us.
different.
They're
We know
completely
they're
different shows.
very different, but there's some similarities that we've seen with both that are very fascinating.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's probably some Sopranos inspiration.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it at all.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Speaking on another big storyline we got here, another narrative was Sally's story, where there was a conversation that she had with Barry where she opens up to him and tells him that's not true. Obviously, she said the truth is she was abused, but she wasn't able to stick up for herself. And the moment that she was choked, she actually went back to him and said that, oh, I still love you. And if the same cycle was happening until one day she left. And what she did was very powerful as well to get out of a relationship like that. It's tough. But is there something in her story that has stood out to you for now that is eye-opening to you guys? Because I knew when season 1 started, I was like, yo, Sally has layers and they're just gonna reveal more. And the more they revealed about her, the more I'm like, yo, this is it's beautiful writing. It's beautiful characterization of who she is, and it makes these characters feel really real and really raw. So is Abe specific? Is there something about who she is as a character, or this new revelation that we got from her that stuck out to you?
Yeah, I think she's. I think they write her in. They add depth to the character. However, I also think they do a very good job of molding her into this stereotype of like the young actress in LA and Hollywood that's trying to make it, in a sense where you really get to understand her personal life and where she comes from and what she struggles with. But at the same time, she falls into these tropes of like embellishing and needing to create a story that maybe wasn't true, to like sell something in Hollywood, right? Or to sell a story that's compelling. And we see that in Hollywood. And I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with that, especially in her story, right? Like in her story, she changed it where she does stand up to Sam, and it's because that's what she wanted to do. And if someone were to write that story and in real life they didn't stand up to their abuser, but in the story they do, that's how they change the narrative. That's how they're able to flip that. And I thought that was powerful. And then you have the scene where Barry kind of tells her in different words something like that, like, you know, you left. Like, that was the most important part. Like, you did have strength. You were strong. You did stand up to him by leaving. And at the end of the day, even though it wasn't this perfect, like, you know, if people saw it in a movie, they wouldn't be inspired by your character because you didn't say all these like incredible words and these powerful things. You still did the strong thing to get up and leave. And I thought it was very cool how I thought it was great of Barry's characterization to like focus on that versus like the abuse thing. And it's so interesting how he's like kind of in touch with his emotions, but he's also so like this ultra violent like dude.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when he was so distraught by how she, you know, accepted Sam's invitation to go out to eat and then whatever, and he just like tried to come from a place of understanding, which she definitely appreciates, but at the same time there's this dichotomy of like,
yeah,
you know, he's a violent killer and he's also a hitman, and if you knew the real him, maybe you wouldn't, it would be ironic for you because you know, were in this abusive relationship for such a long time. But I think Sally is learning a lot through Barry, and she's getting validation, real validation.
Yeah.
And not the validation of like, oh my God, I'm a star, I'm a great actor, I'm a great writer. It's the validation of like, you did this in your life, and you are valid because you did it, and you are the person you are today because of that, and that's okay. I think Barry's doing, like, their dynamic is actually more healthy than I thought it would be.
It's a human. It kind of contrasts with the Hollywood-esque, you know, you play a facade, and theirs is really real and really raw, and they have the human connection, the human emotion, where there's moments where they connect. They connect because they come from backgrounds that are hard to talk about, stories that are really hard that people experience, and to see that being talked about in a story like this is awesome. Even though it's a really, you know, it's rough to make and to produce and to write because it's hard for people to see, but this just shines a light on stuff that is still happening today, and it's, you know, it's good to see.
Right. And I will say, you know, to some extent, I don't think Sally has fully, you know, evolved and hasn't fully grown that backbone because at the end of the day, she still went back to that hotel and went to go see Sam.
But it's the real nature of it. There's the cycle.
The cycle. It hasn't completely broken.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's part of the problem. I wonder if this is going to be something where if eventually she does find out about Barry, is she going to have a realization of like, oh my God, I continue this cycle with a different guy?
Or maybe you could argue that she did break the cycle because at the end she did leave, right?
She did, but like she almost gave him the opportunity to harm her.
No.
You know, again, going up to his hotel, she fed right into exactly what he wanted.
I thought he was going to.
I thought he was going to as well.
Too, yeah. I was so anxious. Oh my gosh, watching that. But honestly, I'm thinking about this, and I do think that she did break the cycle. Because in that moment, obviously, she put herself in a moment that was, you know, really hard for her. But it was a moment where she realized, why am I here? And she left.
And she did stand up to him and say, I am going to do the play.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, a big growth moment for her because I think that, the way that she's described their relationship in the past, she's almost always said that she's kind of given into everything that he wants and basically told him what he wants to hear. And in this case, that is exactly what he didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
So there is some growth there, but it made me nervous for her of like, damn, you really went back to this dude's hotel to maybe relive the same kind of cycle. So, but
I do think overall we did see the growth in her.
Yeah.
Which was again super powerful to see.
Yep.
Wow. Charlie, is there anything else you'd want to add in that dynamic as well that you noticed that we haven't talked about yet?
No, I don't think so. I think we hit all the big parts there of the episode. Yeah. The only thing actually now that I think of is I wonder where this puts Fuchs and everything, because I feel like Barry had a moment there where he saw Fuchs whatever was going to open up to him and all this stuff, and then kind of noticed a moment of betrayal from Fuchs where he starts to slowly question everything. So I know that now Barry is a little bit distracted by Loach being like, hey, I need you to kill this guy for me. But at the same time, I'm sure in the back of his mind, he's like, Fuchs was, screwing me.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that does for their relationship. And also if Fuchs is even going to want to get involved to help Barry in some way. I don't know.
I don't think
I feel
Fuchs
like I feel like he owes a debt to Barry, or at least he feels that way, that he owes a debt to Barry, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think Fuchs has a choice. I do think that Loach is going to put him in this situation as well and help Barry execute the mission.
Yeah.
I do. So
I can see that
I think at
happening.
the end of the day, I think Fuchs and Barry they're going
to be forced to work together.
Yeah, they're going to be forced to work together. And I think the way the trajectory of this show and the narrative is going, I do think Barry and Fuchs are inseparable and they will always find a way to be together. I think that's what I'm getting.
And Fuchs notoriously always finds a way to drag him down.
Yes.
And again, like, although he was trying to help Barry in a sense, he still told him to come over. He accidentally baited him to coming all the way over there, and he did end up putting him in this situation. So I can see Fuchs' sympathy, and he is starting to feel bad, and his guilt is there for what he's done to Barry. But I don't feel like he's evolved again to the point where he and Barry can have like an actual relationship, like the one that Barry's craving. Like Barry clearly wants like a father figure or someone he can talk to, and Fuchs has probably been the closest to that. But he's been prepared to almost like sell Fuchs out multiple times, and I think now he's feeling like he has no place to turn, and again feels like Fuchs betrayed him. So I don't know. I'm sure their relationship will somehow either continue by just the nature of the plot, or they'll reconcile. But it's just like it's hard to see how they come out as like an actual friendship after so many times that Fuchs just like hangs Barry out to dry.
Yeah.
Another thing that I thought was super interesting, just one specific scene, was when they were training the army.
Yeah.
And Barry is watching this kid who's a great shot, and it was just like almost a callback to the kid's shooting the bottles, the watermelon, whatever, the desert, and it's almost a callback to his first kill in the army or in the Marines, and he had this like snap when he like went up and like shot the gun near the kid's head and shook him and was like, all I want you to think about is kill. And I feel like that was like his Fuchs. You know what I mean? Like his brain switched to Fuchs automatically. And I think almost like partially that, but also partially he's like, if his relationship to killing has changed in the sense where if you're going to do this, it's not about fun and it's not about like, people cheering you on and whatever, like you're a murderer. Accept that.
Right.
It's almost like he's projecting.
Yeah.
Which I thought was super interesting. So it's going to be when we now see how he has to approach killing the guy who's cheating with Loach's wife.
How is he going to flip that switch?
He's going to have another dilemma, just like season 1, where he's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to kill it. I don't want to kill him. I don't want to whatever. You know what I mean? Because he was just telling Fuchs that he wants to change. So we're going to see that.
They're going to, oh my gosh.
We're going to see that conflict of him really not wanting to do this.
Oh, wow. Wow, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our reaction, our discussion portion. Wow, this show is it's getting hot. It's picking up. It already has picked up, but the season has started really well. We hope you guys like this. Please like this video, subscribe if you're new, and comment your thoughts. We'd love to read your comments on this video and this episode of the show. And overall, we love you guys and see you soon for the next episode.
Peace.